धीरा, ये लो एक अनदर चांस। दैट मीन्स दूसरा मौका। मतलब 24 घंटे का एक पूरा दिन का टाइम, वक्त। सुधार लो अपने कल की गलतियों को और बना लो आज के इस दिन को बेटर कल से। गुड मॉर्निंग दिया।
सुबह सवेरे लेकर तेरा नाम प्रभु, करते हैं हम शुरू आज का काम प्रभु।
Fortunate that means having good luck, मतलब भाग्यशाली, सौभाग्यशाली. For example, she was fortunate to get the job. Now comes to the options. Lucky that means having good fortunate, मतलब भाग्यशाली, so it's correct because fortunate and lucky have almost identical meanings. That means exactly the same in every details with no difference, so it's correct. Now unhappy that means sad, मतलब दुखी, so it's wrong because luck has nothing to do with sadness, मतलब luck का दुख के साथ कोई संबंध नहीं है, so it's wrong. Now weak that means not strong, मतलब कमजोर, so it's also wrong because strength and luck are unrelated, so it's wrong. Now angry that means feeling mad, मतलब गुस्से में, so it's also wrong because emotion and luck are different concepts, so answer is lucky. Confine that means to keep within limits, मतलब सीमित करना, बंधन में रखना. For example, the room is designed to confine the noise from outside. Now comes to the options. Limit that means restrict, मतलब सीमित करना, so it's correct because both confine and limit meaning is keeping something within boundaries, so it's correct. Now expand that means increase, मतलब विस्तार करना, so it's wrong because it's opposite to the confined. Now release that means set free, मतलब मुक्त करना, so it's also wrong because confine means not allowing freedom, so it's wrong. Now scatter that means spread, मतलब बिखेरना, so it's also wrong because spreading is opposite of confining, so answer is limit. Irrevocable that means cannot be changed, cancelled or reversed, मतलब अपरिवर्तनीय, अटल. For example, the court gave an irrevocable decision. Now comes to the options. Final that means last and cannot be changed, मतलब अंतिम, so it's correct because irrevocable decision is final, so it's correct. Now temporary that means lasting for a short time, मतलब अस्थायी, so it's wrong because temporary things can change, so it's wrong. Now flexible that means easy to change, मतलब लचीला, so it's wrong because irrevocable means impossible to change, so it's wrong. Now optional that means not compulsory, मतलब वैकल्पिक, so it's also wrong because optional describe choice, not permanence, so it's also wrong, so answer is final.
Write a check to yourself. It's extremely powerful to formulate images of successful outcomes and to run them through your mind. But there is another technique you can use to accelerate your success. You can create visual aids to move you toward what you want. In 1990, while he was still relatively unknown, comedian Jim Carrey wrote a check to himself for $10 million for acting services rendered. The check was post-dated Thanksgiving 1995. As Carey explained, it wasn't about money. He knew that if he was making that much, he had be working with the best people on the best material. Carey earned about $80,000 for his work in Ace Ventura and The Mask. Then in late 1994, he was paid $7 million for his role in Dumb and Dumber. In 1995, he earned many more millions and is now getting $20 million per movie. Jim Carrey's post-dated check exercise is a great example of the power of the subconscious mind to actualize a goal that is held with deep conviction and feeling. Thinking about your goal and forming images in your mind will go a long way to creating the success you desire. However, when you also use a tangible representation of your goal, such as a check, your chances of success are even greater. Now, I am not sharing this example simply because it's an interesting story about Jim Carrey. This same technique can work for you too. Why not tear out one of your checks right now and post-date it 3 or 5 years from now with the amount that you want to earn for services rendered? Make sure to look at that check at least once a day and believe that you are moving towards that goal. Getting the job you want. You can use visual reminders to your advantage in a lot of ways. It's not limited to checks. Here is an example involving a friend of mine who we will call Robert Jones. Robert receives his party's nomination for a judgeship and he will be on the ballot in an upcoming election. While Robert stands an excellent chance of winning this election and realizing his dream of becoming a judge, he was still a little nervous, and doubts creep into his mind now and again. I suggested to Robert that he make a handwritten sign that reads Judge Robert Jones, and that he put that sign where he will see it every day. For example, on his nightstand and on the bathroom mirror. I also recommended that he write these words on a card he can carry in his wallet. By looking at those words throughout the day, Robert is conditioning his mind to view himself as a judge. He is going to start thinking about wearing the black robes. He will see everyone rise as he enters the courtroom. As these images become stronger and stronger, Robert will take those actions that will bring this picture into reality. He will campaign more. He will make sure his party is doing everything possible to get the voters out on election day. While Robert could have formed strong mental images without the use of the sign, it has so much more power with the visual ad. The sign is a reminder to Robert to think about being a judge and to run successful images through his mind. Of course, there are no guarantees that this will work for Robert or that it will always work for you. But once you try this for yourself, I think you will find that it's an incredibly powerful ad to help you get what you want. So, is there a position that you want to achieve? Sales manager, supervisor, attorney, owner of your own business, whatever it is, create a visual ad and your mind will get to work to bring that picture into your life. So today's thought is, if you can dream it, you can do it.
Choice is yours, dear. Because एक ही तो जिंदगी मिली है दिरा, एक ही तो जिंदगी मिली है दिरा. Choice is yours. क्योंकि you know it. यथा दृष्टि तथा सृष्टि. डर के आगे ही तो जीत है. डर के आगे ही तो जीत है. क्या कमी रह गए देखो और सुधार करो. तू जिंदा है तो जिंदगी की जीत पे यकीन कर. है अगर कहीं स्वर्ग जो उतार ला जमीन पर. तू जिंदा है